Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working together step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials and you can access information about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of your time once you're in the exam room working through your paper on exam day. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And so now we're going to make a start on the first paper of the 2017 past papers. So if you turn with me in your booklet to page 4, and we'll make a start on this. Find the page, there we go. So we'll make a start on this. Now I always suggest that you have a go of this yourself. First of all, it doesn't matter if you make some mistakes, you'll learn more thoroughly by making those mistakes. And you're always working in pencil, nice sharp pencil. I use a mechanical pencil just so it stays sharp. And then you'll have your trusty eraser to hand, so you can always rub out if you go wrong. So I trust that you've had a go of this first, and now we'll work through these first few questions together. So question 1A tells us that we're looking through this little extract here. We've got a few questions underneath to answer referring back to this. The first question asks us to put some different time signatures in. It says the extract begins on the first beat of the bar and contains some changes, so just watch out, keep your eyes peeled. Some changes of time signature. We need to put the time signature in the two places marked with a little star, so we've got two time signatures to work out. So the first one is counted in quavers or eighth notes, so now we've got to decide what this one is going to be counted on. First job is to choose our bottom number. Are we counting in eighth notes again? Now I suggest we probably are. It's a quick guess because we've got more than a group of 4 here. So let's just work that out, presuming that we're counting in 8. So we're counting eighths or quavers. So I'm just going to jot that in. I can rub it out if we change our mind. So 2 semis make a quaver. So we've got 1 beat there. We've got 1 beat there in quavers or eighth notes. We've got 2 semis or 2 16th notes. Same again, 2 semis, 2 semis, 2 16th notes. And so if we're counting in eighths, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 8. It would have to be that. There's no alternative because it's an uneven, irregular time signature. Let's have a look at this next one. Again, we've got more than a group of 4 here, so I'm going to guess that we're counting in eighths again. If we find that we need to change that, we can always do that afterwards and rub it out. So we've got 2 semis. That gives us 1 quaver beat, 1 eighth note. There's 1. Those 2 make another 1, there's 1, those 2 make another 1, those 2 make another 1, those 2 make another 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 8. And that's the only option. There's no alternative because again, that's an irregular time signature. So let's move on. So we're asked to rewrite the first note of bar 3, marked with a little arrow. We need it to sound at the same pitch, so no changing in octaves, but we need to use the tenor clef. Now the tenor clef is the one where this is middle C. Remember the alto clef is the next line down. So let's just pop our clef in. Double bar lines, there we go. So then we need to work out in relation to middle C. So if we think this is middle C here, C, D, E, 3 notes above middle C. So C, D, E would be there. So that's the note. However, we've got to put the key signature in as well. So let's just finish that one. It's a semiquaver or a 16th note, so we'll just give that the proper stem and tails, and then we need to write a key signature of 4 sharps. So now, because we've gone so high up in the clef, we're going to have to drop down for the first sharp. C, B, A, G, F is here. So there's our F sharp. C, B, A, G. That's right. If you don't use this clef all the time, you just have to work it out. C sharp is there. So G sharp is here. C, B, A, G sharp. And then D sharp is the one above the C sharp. There we go. So let's press on. Write as a breve or a double whole note the enharmonic equivalent of the last note of the extract. So the last note of the extract is this one, which is a B, and we need to give a harmonic equivalent to that. So it's sometimes easy to just view that. We could either call it a C flat, or we could call it an A double sharp. Just be careful that you pop it in the correct pitch. This is the B below middle C, and so in the treble clef that would be middle C flattened as a breve. Alternatively, so that's one answer, the alternative answer would be the A below that as a breve, and then double sharp, so little X will do the job. There we go. So let's move on to the next question now. So we've got a different extract to refer to now. So look at the following extract and then answer the question below. We need to describe the chords, and now in this grade we also have to show which is the bass note by showing the position A, B or C. We're in F major, they very helpfully told us that, so we need to just choose our chords. We need to get ready what we're going to be choosing from, so we need chords 1, 2, 4 and 5. If 1 is F, 2 is G, A, B and then C. I know it'll be B flat, but your key signature will take care of that, so we can ignore that. So first, third, fifth, let's get the triads. F, A, C, G, B, D, B, D, F, C, E, G, and then just over the top I'm going to put A, B, C, so we know which is the root position, the first inversion or the second inversion. We're going to show the bass note. So here we have an A, a C and an F, so that's chord 1, and then we need to also show which position it's in, and because the A is in the bass, that shows us the middle note is in the bass, so that's position B, so 1B is our answer. Let's have a look. Once you've done this little map here, sort of guide, all your thinking's done. So we've got a B, a D and a G, and so we can see that that's chord 2. Let's do that first and then we'll worry about the bass note now. So B is our middle note, so again we're in position B. Now watch out here, here's your tricky watch out. We've changed to treble clef, so here we have an F, a B and a D. So that's going to be chord 4. And then our root note is F, so we're in position C, 4C. There we go. Let's move on to the next page. So if you turn over with me, we'll have a look at question 2. And so question 2 asks us to describe these melodic intervals. This is called a melodic interval because they come one after another like a melody, and we need to fully describe those. So let's first of all get the number. So we're counting a 1, 2, 3. It's a third of some sort. Now I always recommend, we've got a lot of keys to be thinking about, a lot of majors, a lot of minors, and you always need to refer to your lowest note here as the tonic, regardless of what this is, just bearing in mind how the key signature affects that. And so you need to perhaps have written out in advance all of your major and minor keys, have your circle of fifths written out. If you want to know how to do that, I've done a video showing you how to do that. The link is in the description below. And so now if you've done all that, first of all, before you even start the paper, you've done all the thinking. And so now we can think about this. F sharp, oh sorry, no, that's not F sharp, I'm in the treble clef. So that's an A to a C sharp. So A major would have F, C, G sharps. So A to C sharp is part of the major scale. So A major scale would have a C sharp, and so that's a major third. Just watch your clef there, oops a daisy. So then, let's count the number first of all. We've got a 1, 3, 5, 7. I'm just skipping through the spaces. 1, 3, 5, 7. Or you can count it in steps. So we know we've got a something seventh. So then, let's think what note we've got here. So we've got a G, F, E, D sharp to C. Now it's quite hard to think about if you're in the key of D sharp major, D sharp minor. So let's first of all think about it in D. So from D to C sharp would be major. C sharp's part of D major scale. D to C would be minor. But then of course we've raised that lower note, so we've made it smaller still. And so D sharp to C would have to be diminished. So we've gone smaller again. So that's a diminished seventh. There we go. So you're always treating your lowest note, whichever order that comes in, as the key note, as your tonic. So here we've got a 1, 3, 5, 6. So that's half marks straight away. So our lowest note here is A, and we're going to F sharp, and we know that F sharp is part of A major scale, so that fits in. That's a major sixth. Let's have a look at this next one. So we're counting 1, we've got to, shall I read the question? After each of these notes, write a higher note to form the melodic interval. So this time we've got to make the interval. So let's first of all get the right number of steps. So 1, 3, 4 takes us to here before we've done any thinking. Line, space, line, space. So here this is a G, F, E, D, C, and we've gone C, D, E, F. Now C to F would be perfect, and so to make it bigger, to augment it, we need to raise that, so we need it to become F sharp. There we go. Let's have a look at this one. So now we're having to count above the octave, so let's just count the numbers as they've given us. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 takes us to the ledger line. So we've gone from E to A, but we've got E flat. Now E flat would need an A flat to make that a perfect. Otherwise we would augment it by making it bigger. If we look at it without the octave, E flat to A flat is perfect, part of the major and the minor scale. If we did E flat to A, we've made it bigger, we've augmented it. There we go, that's that one completed. And so that's that question completed. We'll look at the next question in the next video. I do hope that that's helpful to you. I hope that you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying working through it, that's for sure. If you can give me a like, please do so, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. And please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resources that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.